Welcome to Currents. I'm Kim Bear, Events and Promotions Coordinator at Community Main Street. Today we're here to talk about Artapalooza, an annual event held in downtown Cedar Falls. I'd like to introduce you to our panel today. Nina Hamer, the Artapalooza Committee Chair, Julie Shimmick, owner of Vintage Iron in downtown, and Jim Kearns, who is an artist and being featured in the show this year. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks.
Nina, we're going to start with you being the chair. When and where is Artapalooza being held this year?
Artapalooza is Saturday, September 9th from 9 to 4 in downtown Cedar Falls.
Perfect. Everybody mark your calendars. And Julie, Artapalooza is celebrating its 12th year. What makes this event so special year after year?
Well, Cedar Falls was one of the first designated arts and cultural district in the state of Iowa, and the committee each year plans the festival to stay true to the arts in downtown, and it's going to be a great outdoor art festival.
Yes, it definitely is. Nina, what can the public expect when attending Artapalooza?
Well, it's a juried art show. We also have a lot of entertainment throughout the day, and there's art activities, kids activities, and demonstrations by local artists.
Awesome. So it's a full day. And Jim, as an artist, what does an artist need to do to participate in Artapalooza?
There's an application process. So if you're an artist, you in the wintertime, you're looking at your summer schedule, trying to figure out what shows you might want to do. So the Artapalooza, we know that it's like I think the second Saturday in September. So we put that on our calendar, and then we fill out the application, send in the materials. They usually want the images of the work that we do. Sometimes a little biographical information about yourself, and a check, of course, for usually application and oftentimes jury fees as well. So you get that in to the deadline, and then you kind of wait for the response, and hopefully the response will be yes.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And as for you, it is yes again this year.
It is indeed.
Awesome. All right, Nina, how important is the jury process to the success of the show?
Well, with it being a blind jury, it keeps the variety of art, the price point, and just kind of everything in check. You know that you're going to come to a quality show and be able to get all sorts of anything you might want.
Absolutely. A wide variety of artists again this year. Julie, do you happen to know how many artists are in the show this year?
I hope this isn't a trick question, but I believe 41 fabulous artists.
Fabulous is right. All right, Jim, what type of artwork can guests find in the show this year?
Oh, well, I haven't seen the complete list of artists. Traditionally, we'll have printmakers, paintings, drawings, jewelry, glass, oftentimes glass, multimedias of stuff, ceramics, of course. We usually have several great ceramicists that show work. Virtually anything that you can, and again, you can find things that are very affordable to things that are a little more expensive, and usually it's such a wide range that when I walk around, I'm always surprised by something that I see, and I've seen a lot of art, so it's well worth coming to look.
Absolutely. Yep, that is for sure. Nina, can you tell us a little bit more about the breakdown and the artists for the show?
Yeah, we have 5 new artists this year, or at least a handful. Other than that, in my favorite categories, which are glass, metal, and wood, we have about 8. We have about 8 painters, we have about 8 jewelers, and kind of from there, handful of photographers, ceramics, and drawing, sculptures, and fiber artists to get to the 41. Trick question.
So a wide variety of
Always
artists.
something for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. And Julie, what are some of the things the committee does to welcome the artists?
Well, since the inception of Artapalooza, one of the committee's goals was to be very hospitable and make our festival stand out by helping the artists. So we serve breakfast, lunch, and a snack throughout the day. We offer breaks to the artists to, use the restroom and then possibly go around and see the other artists. So it's a good day of art, and I think they enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. So there's block captains that take care of each block. Is that right?
Yes, our volunteers are assigned a block, and then when the artist needs a break, they just holler at the block captain and
Yeah,
get to take a break.
there's a lot of artists that still come by themselves, so they need that potty break midday. And Jim, how important is it for the continued success of the show to provide the artists with a good experience?
There are quite a few opportunities for artists to show their work, and having this great volunteer-friendly atmosphere really is important. Having the great turnout that the community does, it just, you go and you have fun and you enjoy the whole day. I always look forward to seeing Bud Hanson sweeping the street early in the morning, to make sure there's nothing there that shouldn't be there, and then the rest of the volunteers coming through. So it's such a welcoming atmosphere.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break, but before we do, Nina, what drew you to become involved in Artapalooza?
Artapalooza has always been one of my favorite events downtown. It's just got such an atmosphere. It's just fun to go down and walk around and see everybody that you know and check out some art and do things like that. And I believe if you want to live in a great community, you need to volunteer and do your part to make the community great. With that being said, I know that we are looking for some more volunteers to join this committee, either yet this year or in coming years. We had an initial crew that was really wonderful, but as grandkids are born and people move on to houseboats, we've kind of lost some of our main players. But anybody interested in the arts or who just loves Artapalooza like I do, definitely contact Community Main Street. Get involved.
Yes. Thank you.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Got a quarter? Welcome back. Today we are talking about Artapalooza, an outdoor festival of the arts which will be held from 9 to 4 on Saturday, September 9th. The streets of downtown Cedar Falls. One of the unique things about Artapalooza is the ability for community members to actively engage in art-related activities and demonstrations. We introduced you to Jim at the beginning of the show, and Jim, we would like to learn more about why you keep coming back to Artapalooza year after year.
Well, it's a terrific day in the community of Cedar Falls. The kids, we have the Hearst Center for the Arts usually has 4 or 5 tents, which they borrow from the College Hill Art Festival Association. So it's a cooperative thing in that regard, and they're over there painting faces and maybe feigning paces too, but and just having a wonderful time. We get to watch that, the instruments that come out. For the kids to try stuff. We renew acquaintances at this festival every year. A couple of years ago we had a 50th class reunion. We graduated in the area here, and so there was a mini class reunion by our booth down there at the Artapalooza. Friends that hadn't seen each other since graduation. Really, it was just wonderful. I met first cousins that I haven't seen for years because they know we're going to be there. So
Right.
we feel somewhat obligated to come. On the other hand, it's such a rewarding experience. Plus, we provide a nice selection of high-quality ceramics, stonewares and porcelains, and usually we're very happy with the response to the work. So we plan to continue to come as long as we can.
Good. I know that there's a lot of people that look for you in the show every year as well, so that's great. When you get down to the heart of Artapalooza, it's about bringing quality art by regional artists to the public. Jim, do you feel participating in art shows like Artapalooza helped you gain a following?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Artapalooza is a relatively young show, 12 years. Great start. It was so much fun to watch it grow. And by participating, you definitely do gain a following. People look forward to, we look forward to seeing people, and hopefully they look forward to seeing us and our work every year as well. So it is important to get your work out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Nina, now will you tell me about the entertainment planned throughout the day? There's lots of it.
I'll do my best. Hopefully I don't miss anybody, but we do have the UNI Ensemble Jazz Band. We have the UNI Suzuki School of Music. We have the Cedar Falls High School Band. We have a UNI Jazz Ensemble. And we've got a couple of my other favorites, like, Rick Vanderwall, Uncle Chuck, Kirk Eastman, the Balloon Man. I think he's a good time.
Yes.
Who else did I miss? Anybody?
The Symphony Zoo from the Waterloo Cedar
Symphony
Falls
Zoo.
Symphony, the Instrument Zoo, excuse
Yep.
me. They bring their instruments down so that the kids can play. And that's a fun time too for the kids. I know they look forward to that. So yeah, we have a lot of entertainment for
Right.
the whole day. Something for everyone. Julie, what about you? What would you say as a merchant in the best part of downtown hosting events like this?
Well, it creates a giant buzz for downtown, a lot of activity, and activity means life, and it draws people down to find new events or new businesses. You get a whole different clientele in town, and that day all the shops are open. We have great restaurants for people to visit, so it kind of wraps up into a whole package of events for families to come down and check us out.
So we kind of went over this, but we didn't touch on specifically all of the kids' activities. And I know they're not all quite nailed down. They keep coming in. So,
Right.
but what are some of them?
Actually, this morning we heard from the youth art team. They're going to come. We're not quite sure what they're going to do yet, but I'm sure it'll be spectacular. You mentioned the Symphony Petting Zoo. The Hearst Center for the Arts is always down there doing something. Hatchlings and Hens will also do a craft. And you can always paint a canvas down at Cedar Valley Art and Wine.
Yes, absolutely. She's always out there.
And usually she has glitter.
Yeah. Yes, we love glitter. Julie, we talked a little bit about the hospitality the committee provides the artists, but what are some things the public can expect when they visit?
I think all the great music and the entertainment, the kids' activities are, for free activities, that's the place to be for the families. Great shopping, a number of stores that are new to the area, and all the new restaurants that we have a handful that just opened, so, and the new businesses on all the side streets. So it's a day full for a family to come down and enjoy.
Absolutely. And Jim, you kind of touched on it, but as an artist, what is your favorite part of Artapalooza?
Okay, as an artist and a resident of Cedar Falls, my favorite part is really the joy that is exhibited during the day. It is just so inspiring, the mix, the cultural mix of people, socioeconomic groups down there wandering around, renewing acquaintances. It's such a healthy environment for a community. As an artist, I love being able to show and sell some pieces. That's great. It's far more than that, though. It goes into that community engagement and involvement. It really gets back to that joy. So.
I love that. That's perfect. It is. It's a joyful day full of great activities. Thank you. Now, Nina, we discussed what a full day of activities we have scheduled, but who and what makes this all possible?
Well, obviously, Community Main Street and our committee, but also our great sponsor with US Bank.
Yep.
They've sponsored us for a few years now, and they're just a great partner.
Yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't be possible without the committee, and they're just amazing. There's a lot that goes into it. So.
And we are still looking for some volunteers to help that day,
Yes.
too.
Yep.
So if there were service groups or anything that had a team of people that wanted to help out, again, contact Community Main Street.
Perfect. And again, we're going to wrap it up here. Our time is about up, but so in closing, we just encourage everyone watching to come down to Artapalooza, September 9th from 9 to 4 in downtown Cedar Falls. Bring your family, your friends, and enjoy a wonderful outdoor festival of the arts.